Hey guys, it's Destiny back with another video. You're watching the Decimania channel here on YouTube. Your destination for all things professional wrestling. Just got done watching TNA Impact for this episode was for June 4th, 2026. 22 years ago, the first episode of TNA Impact aired on this day in 2004. It's a fun episode. I think my favorite part of this episode was probably the main event. There's some other stuff I liked on this show too, but then, I don't know. This show wasn't bad. Let's see. We kicked it off with the System's Eddie Edwards versus BDE. Edwards got the win. Pretty good match, I guess. The System came in to continue the beatdown, and then Fabian Eichner and Leon Slater came out to help BDE. I still don't like that Fabian Eichner lost his debut match last week. I don't like that at all, but that's just me. The Righteous, they prepared for the Wicked Garden match, which we'll talk about later. Oh boy. Then we had, so it looks like we're going to be this is an interesting turn that I was not expecting to happen. So, remember when AJ Francis, those of you that watch TNA on a weekly basis, remember when AJ was talking to, I guess we found out that it was Elijah's, producer, or like music producer or manager or something. Apparently AJ Francis bought Elijah's contract, basically, so he owns Elijah now. So apparently this happened. AJ came out and he was gonna do a rap song or something, and then, he stole, I wondered why. I thought Elijah was gonna come out and interrupt him right there. But then he started singing, and then Elijah comes out, and I noticed that AJ used Elijah's guitar note, signature guitar note that he usually has. It's an E minor chord. And I was like, okay, that's weird. Okay, Elijah's gonna come out now and interrupt him. But no, he keeps singing. Then Elijah comes out. And AJ reveals, oh, now I own your contract, and so this is an interesting dynamic. I mean, obviously, it's probably more than likely, there's going to be a match where Elijah has to fight for his music stuff back, and what is it going to be, a music rights match, or what? I don't know. But, that happened. Let's see, we had Indy Hartwell and Santino Marella. They were backstage getting ready for their match. Let's see. Stax and Santino, Stax and Ariana Grace took on Santino and Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell and company got the victory. Elena Black, she got a promo backstage on Indy Hartwell, saying that she was going to be Knockouts champion, not her. Even though neither of them are currently in the Knockouts title picture right now, it's going to be Xia Brookside and Xia Li at Slammiversary. Eric Young and freaking Mike Santana. I really like this. I like these promos from both of them. And then Eric Young hit the pile driver on Santana. So I was under the assumption that maybe it was going to happen at Slammiversary, where Eric Young challenged Mike Santana, but it's going to be next week, which makes me think that Nick Nemeth is probably going to cash in or something at Slammiversary on Mike and win the title. Or maybe he comes out at the end of next week and says it or something. Because, I guess his contract's coming up in July, and WWE are interested in him. So, I initially thought, it's going to take place at Slammiversary, and they're going to give it to Eric Young or something. Or, I don't know, they're going to make it a triple threat with, frick. I lost my train of thought. Hold on. I thought that either Eric Young was going to win it at Slammiversary, or they were going to add, like, Nick Nemeth or something to the match, and he was going to win it, or I don't know what I thought, but I think he's still going to lose it at Slammiversary. I just don't know to who. Who do you put in that spot? Like, I don't know. I don't really want any of the system near it right now. I don't really want Nick Nemeth near it right now. I would like to see Macklin get another crack at it and maybe win it this time. Maybe it's something where, I don't know, maybe Eric Young loses next week, but then he's, I don't know, how would you get Macklin back in the picture? Macklin wasn't on the show this week. Oh, by the way, Frankie Kazarian was on commentary for the mixed tag team match, which I don't really know what that was all about. He's not even feuding with any of these people right now. They're just gonna have him do guest commentary until they find something else for him to do, or what? Like, I also don't really like that his... You know what, I wouldn't mind seeing Frankie get another crack at it or something. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Frankie beat Santana for the title. I mean, again, but this time straight up, and have maybe a longer run than 2 months with it. I don't know. But, I don't know. Mr. Elegance and the Elegance brand were backstage getting ready for their match against Lei Ying Lee, and Mr. Elegance won. So, this is actually kind of funny. The personal concierge comes out and he says, he's introducing Mr. Elegance, and I could have sworn he announced him just like Ken Anderson would do his signature entrance. And I thought for a second, oh crap, that sounded exactly like Mr. Anderson. I wonder if he's gonna maybe come out and give this guy a piece of his mind or something. Like, I was half hoping that, like, Anderson would come out. I missed his return last year. This is when I was I was kind of feeling tired, and I just stopped watching TNA on a weekly basis. I don't know why I did. I guess I could have just watched it and not reviewed it, like, because I was really tired and stuff. Maybe that's why, because I was tired. But, Mr. Elegance ended up winning that match. I'm surprised no one tried to come out and help Lei Ying Lee. I don't know why. I mean, then Xia Brookside, she got in the ring. She cost Lee the match, and then she got in and said, it was just made official. It's going to be me and you for the Knockouts title at Slammiversary. I was like, okay. Casey Navarro is taking on not AJ Francis, but Mustafa Ali next week for the international title. So there's going to be 2 big championship matches next week. Again, I want Eric Young to win the 3rd world title. I remember when he won his first one. It was really cool. Kind of came out of nowhere, but it was really cool at the same time. I don't know, I don't know. And people compared Eric Young's run as champion to when Daniel Bryan had it, but I don't really think that's the case. I think Eric Young was someone that had been there for years, and he wanted a title shot. I mean, yeah, at first he was helping Samoa Joe with Magnus when he was champion, which, if you want to go check out my rebooking of that storyline, the Magnus World Champion run, it's on my channel. Had a lot of fun making it, and I'm currently, well, not currently, but I'm going to be working on a fantasy booking for Christopher Daniels, the TNA Heavyweight Champion. So stay tuned for that. So that's probably coming up later this year. Then we had the main event. The Righteous versus the Broken Hardys. This is Broken Matt and Brother Nero, aka Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, obviously, versus the Righteous, Vincent and Dutch. So this was basically I thought at first it was gonna be like some cinematic match, but no, they had like flowers and barbed wire and all these like different things around ringside, and like the ropes were barbed wire, and this was one of the craziest freaking matches I've ever seen in my life. This is the first time I've ever seen someone try to like poison someone in a match. Obviously it probably wasn't, real poison, but I think it was Vincent that freaking put the plant or whatever into, he tried to poison Jeff Hardy, and he had to be taken out of a stretcher. So I left Matt in there by himself, and the Righteous ended up winning it. I'm actually kind of surprised. I think the Hardys are going to come back, and I think you keep them off TV for a couple weeks, or at least a month maybe. I would keep them off TV the rest of this month if I'm TNA, and then if you can time it right, do it around the anniversary of the 10-year anniversary of the Final Deletion match. And you can have the Hardys come out and say, it's 10 years to the day that myself, you have Matt be like, it's 10 years to the day where myself and my brother had the first ever Final Deletion match, and we're going to have one at the Hardy compound. And then you do the cinematic match as the main event. I remember the first one, the Final Deletion match, was very, very fun. I remember watching that. I think that was the first I think that was like one of the last episodes of TNA I watched before our TV box broke, and then I didn't watch TNA full time until 2023 again. I was sporadically kind of keeping up with what was going on, like with Tessa Blanchard and other people, but yeah, I remember the Final Deletion match. Anyway, the Righteous ended up winning, and I think, again, you keep the Hardys off TV for a month, and then you have them issue a challenge to the Righteous. Final Deletion. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be very fun. It was really cool seeing Jeff Hardy's alter ego, Willow, appear last week. I'm sure he'll show up in the Final Deletion if there is one. I mean, why not? But the main event was crazy. Everyone was a freaking bloody mess. It was crazy. Like, I hope everyone's okay. I hope everyone came out of that okay. Like, that was crazy that the four of them went in there and did that. It gives me a lot of respect for these guys and what they do on a nightly basis to entertain the fans. We complain as fans. I think we do complain a lot about the product, but we also got to remember that a lot of this isn't their fault, and they're just doing what management's telling them. Not this case. Like, this was a good match. I'm just saying, when they can go out there and show what they can do, you gotta show respect for it. You gotta show respect to these guys and girls. But that's gonna be it for me. Obviously the best things on the show for me were the Eric Young and Mike Santana promo. Eric Young gave Santana a power driver last week. I don't know, Eric Young might win it. He might just hold it until Slammiversary or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Eric Young could win it next week. Might not. I don't know. I kind of like maybe Steve Macklin to help him. You know. No, that'd be cool. Full circle moment. Like, even if they're heels, when they do it, when it happens, like, have Steve Macklin kind of go up to Eric Young and be like, look, you're the one that got me to trust people. You're the one that I trusted in this company for a while. So, if there's anything I can do to help you win that title, let me know. Or something. I don't know. It'll be kind of cool. I like seeing Macklin and Young backstage like that. I kind of wish their tag team lasted a little longer. I think they could reform it easily with a heel twist on it, I think. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Eric Young brings Macklin around to his way of thinking again, except this time they're heels and they're just bloodthirsty, just beating the crap out of people. Heels, like, I think that could work for Macklin and Young. Let me know what you guys think of this. And when the frick is he going into the Hall of Fame? Like, ODB is going. You know what? That would be kind of funny. Like, yeah, I want AJ to go in this year, but how funny would it be if, like, ODB and Eric Young went in the same year? Like, y'all remember their steel cage wedding? Oh, that was great. You gotta love TNA back then. TNA has had its ups and downs, but there's just stuff like that that's really good. Apparently there's going to be a Dark Side of the Ring 3-part special on TNA in July, so I'll have to maybe try to watch that and review it for you guys if you would like. I'm not making any promises, but if I do end up being able to watch it somehow, I will definitely review it and share my thoughts. But that's going to be it for me tonight. I'll see you guys later. Probably going to be doing a figure review tomorrow if everything goes well. I got another TNA figure coming, so stay tuned for that. And till then, I'll see you guys later. Peace. Thank you for watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any new content. You all know what to do. Thank you, good night, and God bless you.